Watchers/12 here, and today I'm going to do some kind of 10-minute review about something I should rarely watch about. It's really awesome since episode 9 is coming. And you know what I'm talking about.
Aquí no hay quien viva, aquí no, 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 no. Aquí no hay quien viva, aquí no, no. La casa sobre mí se derrumba.
Pilot starts off with Bossy and Sheila, and Bossy gets really mad for some reason.
Hasta que por fin llegas.
Since I don't speak Spanish well, I'm gonna teach you all about this. There are 18 contestants who are competing in this series. Charlie, Erica, Barbara, Francisco, Zach, Emilio, Sebastian, Lourdes, Alejandro, Hector, Andy, Lily, Akira, Diego and Camila, Mia, and there's Paz, and Lucia. Then all the 18 contestants go walking into the floors until they get to the house. Then as Ballsy tours the house, everyone is here. They all run into each other, sometimes tripping and falling. Then all of the teams are shown. Then Barbara and Alejandro get the totems and then run off to go up to the top of the roof. Unfortunately, Sebastian has breathing problems and he says this all of a sudden.
Yo tampoco. Me está costando respirar.
As all of the contestants race to the top, Sebastian is called by Barbara and everyone. Okay, no one won. The Teresas are the best and they won. Now, the Residentes are up for elimination in an epic scheme where Emilio and Lourdes try to get the bags down. And Emilio wins, and Lourdes says this.
Rotos de mierda.
Lourdes leaves, and she's eliminated first. The episode starts off with Paz and Lily talking to each other before going on the door. Diego and Camila are holding a newspaper, scheming, and talking to Paz. Unfortunately, your friends died in a car accident. That's what they were holding in the newspaper for. The two keep on scheming, but then chaos happens. Paz gets angry and swears at everybody, regardless of them. A few of the contestants get to team up. The money contestants try to find a cat statue hidden somewhere, hidden beneath, whatever, you count it. Then the three of them win except for Paz, which she says, sadly,
Go to hell.
wait, what? Making her the second contestant eliminated.
No conocernos, y por culpa del presentador
Okay,
tuvimos...
so the third episode starts off with Diego and Camila fighting for no reason. Francis and Milo still not in a relationship together and still arguing. Camila, Akira, and Andy are talking to each other, but it goes quickly. However, everyone gets out, and the challenge starts. The goal is to get the water down and go to the kitchen immediately. Everyone gets a pep talk before someone says,
Yo seré soltero.
which makes everyone so confused that they look like they're sad. The challenge then starts. Then everyone races to the kitchen. Only two teams get the bowl. Then all of a sudden, Mia manipulates Lily and killing Akihiro, almost killing him instantly with a box on his head, which unfortunately means he'll be sent to the hospital and he won't come back until episode 5. Everyone is pulling tape over piped leaks. Then Alejandro gets eliminated and says this.
Me alegra que mi estadía en este programa no fuera en vano.
The third eliminated contestant. Or counted 4 because Akihiro was hit. The fourth episode starts off with Zach and Charlie having a weird looking fight. Then Andy stops him. Then Camila and Diego go to Sebastian's room and talk. But then Sebastian talks about his flash. Emilio and Francis haven't made up yet. So then the challenge is to get to whatever that is that they forgot. Then Hector steals something from Mia's bag. Because they don't even care. But then Lucia is waiting for Sebastian to come over.
¿Qué pasa?
Erika me pidió a mí que te convenciera a vos de votar por Héctor.
Supposed to be for education. Maybe it's this game that comes in this enormous case with this tiny little cartridge.
Mia's manipulating Lily again. Then Zach and Francis fight to win whoever gets eliminated. As time passes by, Zach is lazy and Francis gets all the other stuff as they needed. But unfortunately, Zach yawns and runs to the elevator. Unfortunately, 6 points for Francis, sadly, which means they're up for elimination.
De todos modos, me alegro de haber participado. Fue un gusto conocerlos, a alguien más que otros, pero debo irme. Sebastián, Bárbara, les deseo lo mejor. Ojalá alguno de ustedes dos gane.
Sebastian is sad as Francis walks away, making them the 5th eliminated. The 5th episode starts off with Charlie and Andy arguing until something happens.
Lamento interrumpir,
Pero Karen me dijo que ese era mi departamento por hoy. Pero si quieren, vuelvo más tarde.
Well, Akihiro is back and Mia and Lily are... Wait, hold on. Mia has something in her pouch. She has devices in Hitler! Now, Camila and Diego are fighting over something. The other couple are talking. But the challenge is, the only way to have this is hold the Nerf gun and get splashed. As Lily was talking to Suya, she says this.
No, o sea, sí, pero creo que no me di a entender bien.
Mira, nena,
As Sebastian was running for a very long time, he stopped to breathe, but he forgot his inhaler. And as he was reaching the top, the wall was breaking and fell off.
¡Dejen de grabar!
Which means he's dead for good.
yo te pregunto, ¿qué criminal real que se evita?
En realidad no es por el premio, pero siempre todo el mundo me ha hecho un lado.
Buenos días, participantes. Sebastián falleció en el hospital. Los doctores no pudieron hacer nada. Lo siento, Lucía.
No es verdad.
Su familia no estuvo interesada en recuperar las cosas que dejó aquí, así que como eras la novia te las puedes quedar tú.
The sixth episode starts out with a very sad scene. Sebastian is no longer here with us. And then Emilio leaves the Casa Del Drama because his mom was here and they decided to leave.
Aunque Lily sí era buena persona. Un momento, ¿dónde está Lily?
Lily es el otro tema del que tenía que hablarles. Por favor, Carmen, llévate a Emilio y a su madre.
Oh, and yes, Lily is also eliminated. And for the whole series, Lucia puts down her brain and puts it down where it is. Mina from another TV fan series joins. Zach chokes the living hell out of Charlie. What in God's name is going on here? Then Erica and Diego are going somewhere else. They have to get these two cats without names. However, they got too lazy to find a green cat, so they both got eliminated.
Bueno, fue un gusto haber participado en este programa. Amor, confío en ti, debes ganar por ambos.
Qué desesperada suenas, querida. Solo deja más de claro que yo tengo razón.
So which means the orange cat gets to stay in Camila's closet, whilst the other one has to stay outside and protect the house. Housekeeping. And while one seventh episode starts off with Aki and Andy really sad about something, Richard is gone and something really bad happens. Oh my god, we're not gonna talk about this. Zach bullies Charlie even more. There are more pep talks for the Teristas. Akihiro and Barbara get the totem cats. Then the challenge starts. The main goal is to open doors in which character is hidden. The resident is won, then the Teristas unfortunately lost. And this happens. Why would you do that, Andy? You know you're non-binary. And they get eliminated.
¿Y quieres irte?
Por favor, es que no puedo más.
No, Balsi, me iré con ella. Sé lo terrible que es sentir que fuiste el culpable de la muerte de alguien. Y en este momento ella no debe quedarse sola. Así que prefiero irme con Mia para ayudarla a que se sienta mejor. Gracias por todo.
The 8th episode starts off with the gang members talking about their new janitor called Ito. Only 7 more contestants left. And they talk about everything they've been through in this house. This very, really good house that we've never experienced in Chile. Camila is outside sunbathing and Zach looks at her with a different expression. As Zach asks Camila a question, she does this. Oh my god.
Lo mismo digo, preciosa.
She hugs Carmen and Charlie jump scares Barbara.
Me dejes en paz. Oh, Bárbara, eres tú.
The Otaku finally gets his revenge. What is going on here, part 2? Oh, and the green bone means merge. And I think the challenge is to become a maid and do stuff. Barbara and Akira are talking. Then this happens.
Espera, ¿desde cuándo Zack tiene algo contra mí?
¿Y qué hay de Charlie y Camila? Ellos también votaron por Akihiro. ¿Qué mierda está pasando aquí?
Eso te vas a cometer conmigo, animal. Y esta es mi venganza.
And so, Charlie and Zach try to get some random stuff, or meant toilet paper or towels, coming from every room.
Pues yo pienso que se te divierte con... ¿Fueras? Pero que no, parece. Eso te vas a cometer conmigo, animal.
Váyanse al carajo.
Por el amor a Gaga, creo que este capítulo batió el récord de groserías en pantalla. Vamos a hacer por groserías que dije antes no era una idea tan mala después de todo.